Jesse Friedman here from the PHNX D-Backs podcast for another edition of the Diamond Mine, where we're going to be talking about several prospect promotions for the Arizona Diamondbacks from this past week. We begin out in Visalia, where 22-year-old outfielder Kristian Robinson has gotten back into action this season for the Diamondbacks, and he's done some damage, hitting .274, .394, .436, 16 stolen bases as well for the Rawhide, and he's not only been doing it with the bat, you can also see him here making a nice play on a foul ball down the left field line, split time at left field and right field this year for the Rawhide, but now he's a member of the Hillsboro Hops as the Diamondbacks promoted him to High A, and in his second game with his new team, he homered over the weekend. Now, the D-backs have another prospect who knows a thing or two about homering for the Hillsboro Hops. It's none other than the Hops' all-time record holder for home runs in a single season, Ivan Melendez. On the year for Hillsboro, Melendez has hit .270, .352, .593 with those franchise-leading 18 homers to go with 43 RBI. Impressive stuff across the board for Melendez. He did strike out 33.6% of the time in his time in Hillsboro. The Diamondbacks would undoubtedly like to see that number come down over time, but his performance nonetheless was good enough to earn a promotion last week as the Diamondbacks brought Melendez from High A Hillsboro up to Double A Amarillo, and he made a pretty immediate impact with his new team. As you can see here, Melendez homering in his first game as a member of the Amarillo Sod Poodles, and in his second game with his new team, he did it again. Melendez went 3 for 8 in his first two games over the weekend with the Amarillo Sod Poodles. He did strike out 4 times, but as long as the homers are there, undoubtedly the D-backs are excited about the Hispanic Titanic. Now, speaking of excited, get a look at this. It's Diamondbacks infield prospect Ryan Bliss taking BP out at T-Mobile Park. This was part of the Futures game last week, a game that Ryan Bliss had the opportunity to start in alongside his double play partner in Amarillo, Jordan Lawler. Ryan Bliss has had a pretty impressive season this year for the Sod Poodles, hitting .358, .414, .594, 12 homers, 47 RBI, and 30 stolen bases. But he's a member of the Sod Poodles no longer, as the Diamondbacks promoted him to AAA Reno this past week. You can see him here doubling in his first game as a member of the Aces. We finished things off with some pitching, as Diamondbacks left-handed pitching prospect Yu-Min Lin has been terrorizing opposing hitters all year down in Hillsboro. He has a 3.43 ERA in 13 starts, a 1.14 whip, 32.1% strikeout rate, a 49% ground ball rate. Impressive stuff across the board, and the Diamondbacks this past week promoted him up to Double A Amarillo, where did he ever make a first impression in his first start with his new team. 6 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 8 strikeouts. Yu-Min Lin is just 20 years old and is quickly becoming one of the most exciting pitching prospects in the Diamondbacks organization.